Shalom, shalom, larachok v'lakarov. Peace, peace to those who are far and those who are near. Those very eloquent words from the prophet Isaiah. And they have a direct impact on our Torah reading this week called Tissa. The prelude to the parsha is Moses on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights receives the word of God. And you'll recall that God writes with his own finger the letters of the law on the tablets, which he then hands to Moses. As he gives them to Moses, he says, Lech Raid, go down from the mountain. On face value, it just means descend. But Rabbi Elazar in the Talmud says it has import for something else that is even more powerful, with which our hearts, not just our ears, need to hear. Lech Raid means go down into yourself. Go deep down into yourself and realize that you're a human being, flesh and blood, like anyone else. Words spoken to Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, our teacher, our guide, our leader, who with his own hands worked miracles that God had given him permission to do. How easy it would be to be egotistical, to claim that he was better than, but not Moses. And especially when God warns him as he's about to go down with the tablets, Lech Raid, go down and be a human being to your people. Now, of course, when Moses reaches the bottom of the mountain, he finds that Bnei Yisrael has built for themselves a golden calf, and they're crying out, this is our God who redeemed us from Egypt. Moses, of course, is beside himself with upset and drops the tablets that he so carefully carried down from the mountain. They smash into 1,000,000 pieces. Moses begs forgiveness from God and asks for reconciliation for all the people, not just himself for leaving them, but for all the people. And God grants that. Interestingly enough, when God asked Moses to come back on the mountain to receive the second set of tablets, that day was Yom Kippur, the day of ultimate forgiveness. And the second set of tablets that were received by Moses were not written with God's finger. God told Moses what to write, and Moses was the stenographer, carefully writing down each detailed letter that God had indicated to him. Lech Raid, go down, be with your people. And those words reverberate to our day as well. Go down when a child says, play with me. Get down on the floor and play with them. When another adult shows their ignorance to you, you know far better than they what the law and the lore and the halakha says. Don't be above them. Lech Raid, go down. Talk to them like a human being. Don't stand above them. That will be resented, and even more so, it will create the inability for them to hear what you have to say, and also create a higher or better than thou situation, which you're better than, and they deserve better than as well. The other part of it is, as Moses goes down from the mountain, his face, as described by the Torah, Karan Or, he had rays of light emanating from his face. It's been mistranslated by many generations as horns. Moses had horns coming out of his head. Michelangelo thought that was the correct translation, and that's why he made the statue the way he did, but it's not horns. It's rays of light. In fact, so brilliant was Moses' face that the people of Israel said, we can't even look at you. Forget about God. We can't even look at you. We make idols so easily, do we not? We put people on a pedestal and we say whatever they say has to be right, is correct. They know better than me. And when we put people on a pedestal, when they fall, what happens to us? Not even them. What occurs to us? We lose faith. We lose hope. Those words, Lech Raid, go down, applies to everyone. It applies to those whose knowledge is superior, and applies to those who have yet to learn that we all are on the same strata. We're all on the same level. It's a very powerful moral lesson for us, especially in these days when there's so much contention in the world. We argue with each other. I know better than you. Right? I'm smarter than you. I'm more moral than you. None of that is right. Lech Raid, go down. So we started out with a very beautiful sentiment from Isaiah. Peace, peace to those who are far and near. That's how we achieve peace. By being understanding. By not being above, but by being together as one. Shalom.